Good morning, Junkaholics. So we just stopped by my daughter's place to pick up a dishwasher that's no longer any good. I've already stripped that, and we're going to go to the junkyard, drop all this stuff off. I got a full load. Go to the auction, pick up a welder I bought on Tuesday, and then we're going to strip the first welder down and finally find out what the copper is worth. Joke of the day. So what do you call a nun in a wheelchair? Virgin Mobile. So that joke was submitted to me by Scrapman69. Make sure to go check out his page. He's an awesome dude. So we'll see you at the junkyard. And we're arriving at the junkyard. Double zeros. And we got a green light at 6120. Wow, was this yard ever being cleaned up? Sorry I didn't get the unload. We had a technical malfunction in the junction. So we're way out here. Green light at 5660. So again, not a real big load. This trailer is just too small for what I needed to do. I'll get back to you guys with the numbers after I go cash in. Wow, what it weighed, what it paid. So he went in at 6120. And then we came out at 5660, net at 460, and so that made let's see, at 215 a ton. So prices are still up there from last week, and we got a sweet 51 bucks. That's awesome. So we'll see you at the auction house. Not sure if he'll allow me to videotape there. He's pretty shy, I think. And I just don't want to overstep. I have a good relationship with the man. So I may not tape the loading of the welder. Well, we're back from the auction. And this is the other welder I picked up on Tuesday. Well, I picked it up today. I bought it on Tuesday. No riders. Isn't that hilarious? But it's a vintage Lincoln Ideal Arc 250. And there's the specs on it. And that's pretty cool. It's got TIG capability, stick. I think there might be some goodness in there. And look at that cart there. I'm thinking I might salvage the cart and make a hydraulic lift table out of that. What do you guys think? Or should I just try and sell it? I would really like to know your thoughts on this. So make sure you comment on what you would like to see done. Here we are for the main attraction. The final teardown on the Marquette farm welder. So Something I discovered after the last teardown is I filed 2 spots on these uprights for the transformers. And as you can see there, right here, brass. Same thing with up here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice brassy color. Inside the holes, nice brassy color. That really got me excited. So I'll be wearing a mask. My buddy Cruiser Mac said that there is potential for that insulation on the outside to be asbestos. So I'll be wearing the mask, and I'm actually standing downwind from it. Well, I'll be working upwind from it. You guys are downwind. And I think after, all I'll have to do is spray down the driveway with water, the garage door with water, and everything should be fine. So let's get at it. So I'm going to start off with a small disc because I don't like wasting discs. And I'll be turning, make sure you turn down the volume on if you're wearing earbuds because it's going to get loud. Boy, this stuff is tough. It's chewing up my disc. Look at that. That's big. Look, so it's unwrapping very easy. And I think if I unwrap that all, look at that. I don't believe there's any varnish because it's been wrapped in this kind of electrical tape. Definitely going to want to find out what you guys think. Am I going to be able to sell that as Bear Bright once I unwrap that tape? Look at that. We're
it's easier to cut a piece of steel than copper, you know that shit's thick. So I'm just about done that transformer. Look how much of that disc is left. So 1.5 discs for one transformer, or one coil. Oh no, it's going to be more. There's still another winding. Wow, look at that. Crazy. Amazing. Look at this. It's incredible. This stuff is so thick. And you have to use a pry bar just to get the windings out of a transformer. That's the crap you want to break down. Let's see. See. No, that is, I think that is it for that one. Wow. Guys, look at this. This is crazy. Look at this. That's the top one done. So I'm going to show you that's the first pile. I'm going to see if I can't get something I can weigh this with so we can see how much the top of this transformer is. So I'll be right back with a scale. My container weighs 1 pound 7 ounces. So now let's weigh this. That's 13 pounds 14 ounces. So the first coil is 12 pounds 7 ounces. One coil. Yeah, there's a little bit of insulation, but that gives you a really good idea. Depending on what if I sell for number one Bear Bright, right? You think about, I believe around here it's $4.50 or $5 a pound, depending on the day for that stuff. I say number one or Bear Bright because there's no coating on that. It's just the electrical tape. I'll unwind that, and I think I can get away with number one for sure, because it's really not wire, is it? It's hard to say what they classify that as. But even number one, why not? So here we go for round two. I put a fresh cutoff disc on. I don't mind burning up cutoff disc for that kind of copper. There's a little bit extra insulation on that, but and that stuff in there will be number 2. So what I should do is I will cut that off for our weight. And what I'll do is I'll count that chunk here as number 2 because I will be stripping it. That is copper. It's just the way the light was hitting it. So all this is still copper. This will definitely be number 2 because there's a coating on it. Plus there's the goo from the insulation. So we will weigh that separately. I honestly thought that this one was going to weigh more. Now I'm not too sure. Definitely not going to weigh it. I don't know. I guess it depends what's underneath. So I'm going to put this to the side. Put this wire, number 2 wire, straight in our jug. Don't want to lose any of it. Oh, that's coming out easier now. Look at what I'm finding. Junky stuff. Wow. Not as big as the first coil. But this thing is giving us all kinds of surprises. quite cut. Gotta love the chunky stuff. Still a real bitch to bend. Lift this up like that. Okay. That's better. This thing is overfilling with copper. That piece. This piece keeps on being in my hands. There. Man, man. Okay, so we changed the disc again. So that's 3.5. This will be 3.5. This. I know anytime I see one of these come up for sale, I'll be buying them. And I'll even pay up for them. Because we still got one more transformer to do. Wow. Let's see, snares. Oh, and a piece here. That cloth is actually very hard to rip. Wow. Gonna throw that all in there. More. More. And that's it for that transformer. Still have to cut the brass piece or get the brass pieces off, but that the rest will go in the shred. And I have a feeling it still weighs a lot. Let's try that out. Oh God, yeah. Still a good weight. Let's weigh the second coil. First of all, we'll do the number 2. Container is still 1.7. So we've got 6.3. So we'll call that 4.3. 7.5, I'm thinking around, of number 2. And so that one is 21.11. So 1 3/4 off of that. Say, how about if we just call that 20 pounds? So that's awesome. So now there's this heavy insulated stuff. So 2.9, take off 1.7. It's probably a pound, 3/4 of a pound there. So now we have one last transformer to do, one more coil, and let's have some fun. So what I did while I was gone is I actually sliced both sides. Just to make it easier to pry. I know I didn't, 2 extra cuts, I lost a little bit of copper and copper dust. But don't worry, I'll be sweeping this table and adding the magic powder to the mix. This is not coming out easy. The more you get out, the easier it starts. Okay, let's try and get some of this. This little pile here I might just sell as is. I'll trim it up, but I don't like stripping this cloth stuff. I wonder if, yeah. Okay. One more cut. This puppy is done. Move that out of your way. Let's see. Let's look through this garbage. Okay, so let's weigh that. So our container's still 1.74 pounds. So I'm gonna call that at 5 pounds, even though it says 513. This stuff here, I'm just gonna clean up and sell as insulated copper, some 60% and some 40%. I just do not want to cut this, and this stuff is so baked on, it's not going to be worth stripping. I'm going to just have nothing but headaches. So what we have left is to pull off those bars and strip those cables. Well, hello, Junkaholics. Next day, stripped the cables, finished stripping the rest of the stuff. Didn't see the point of showing you how to undo a bolt, so or how to strip wire. But it's time to weigh it and see what it's worth. So first of all, this is the cable that came with the welder. It's 8.52 pounds, and the container is 1.74 pounds. So we'll call it 6 3/4 pounds of number 2 copper. Depending on the area, you're looking at $4 to $5 a pound. I'm really gonna stop quoting local prices because for the most of you, it doesn't affect you. So you know, all I can do is ballpark it. Okay. Next up, we've got insulated 40% wire. At 2 pounds 14 ounces. I don't know, whatever you want to classify this little box for weight, maybe 1/4 pound, 1/2 pound. So we'll call it 1/2 pound. So say 2 1/4 pounds of 40%. Next, we're gonna put on our clean brass. Here's another piece. This is clean, this is clean, clean, clean. So clean brass at 5 pounds 11 ounces. I would say that average is probably about $3 a pound, $3.50 a pound. And then next, we have dirty brass. I'm calling it dirty because there's solder in it. These little lugs, I don't know if the scrapyard will be that nasty considering it's filled with copper. They might let it go as clean brass. It depends on your scrapyard. These nuts were. So dirty brass, we got $1 a pound. Oops, I found more. So of dirty brass, we got 1 pound 9 ounces. That's all I have for you today. Make sure to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, you know, all that good stuff. And we'll see you soon with a new project.